I was just thinking, I like airplanes. When I see them when I come outside, I don't know what they be doing, but they be like jets or something flying above my house. Some going straight through to the sky. They got this smoke coming out the back of it. It ain't smoke though. I guess fumes or whatever. It made me feel peaceful. If I would have went to the army or the military or anything like that, I would have went to the Air Force. I would have went to the Air Force because I'm scared of heights. That's just the way I always been. I ain't really scared of heights, but I feel funny when I'm up too high. I ain't big on it. I was sitting here thinking, man. That's all I do is think. I think about ways of getting away from this place. You know, not getting away, but getting away from the typical. Like, I think about stuff like this. What if a tree did? It's hard enough for a tree to get together, which is soulmates, twin flames. Devil on all fours to keep you from getting together. That's what people don't fail to realize. The devil is on all fours to keep you from getting together. In other words, the devil gonna do everything. He gonna give you everything. He gonna give you your wildest dreams just to keep you from being together. But anyway, let's say a tree did get together. You gotta see like beyond what is forcing them not to get together. Why? I mean, why would it be so much energy in there? Like, God is just so mysterious, man. And it's just a game, you know. It's an interesting game from the heaven to see. Can you pass the test to get to your chosen? I mean, to get to your family, your real family tree. And then when you get there, can y'all elevate? Can y'all be in y'all higher self? Just make you wonder, okay, well, what if you got there and then y'all was in y'all higher self? And you ain't really got to stay in your higher self, but when you live in your higher self, and you live with your higher self, and you most of the time in your higher self, then when you do something, it's mostly a mistake. And it's gonna be written off by the astro like as a mistake. It's another form or a high elevation of moderation. Okay? So it's all about understanding this thing. But let's say you do get together now, y'all in your higher self. Would that mean you get your own table? That's something to think about, ain't it? Because, see, that's a lot of power. See, that's you in your higher self. Wouldn't it mean you'll be gifted to get your own table? Just think, somebody might have said, let's do this, let's test the theory. Because you know people know about this. We were really just hidden from my people. They knew about chosen ones. I mean, yeah, that too. Twin flame, soulmate. They knew about all that tree, family tree. They knew about all that. We just lost the knowledge. This kind of stuff I think about. I don't think about racism. I don't think about Diddy them. I don't think about Illuminati. I don't think about organization. I don't think about none of that. I don't even think about that machine. It goes by me because it's a big issue with the world. When it comes down to that machine, I guess, I don't know. AI, for me, AI, like let's say AI taking over. Okay, well, well, AI is taking over the machine, the computer world. Well, well, guess what? When you work in plants and when you work for, like General Motors, I ain't gonna say General Motors, but when you work for companies like that, guess what? Machines took our job. So that's really what you're talking about. AI, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Well, move on. That's what we had to do. One job shut down, you gotta go find another one. You should have been building the one. You should have been building your own site. You done made all that money, you should have built your own one. They should have built an offset one. You got AI, got this one, that one. Well, what I look at AI as, I look at her as a beautiful, lovable machine. Think she's sexy. But Anyway, what I see AI as, I see AI as, I see AI as, uh, what I see AI as, go with that moped. I don't know how you do it. AI as, let me see. I see it as a shift breaker. I see it as a relief job. Like, you work first shift. What you want shift? What shift you want? First, second, or third, you know? Okay, you see the real person on third shift, and then the other shift will be AI version of you. Second shift or first shift, this depends. And then when you got and everybody just know the shift they on. Or you ain't gotta tell nobody, you keep between you and your bosses or whatever. That's what I see it as. I see it as somebody, it could be useful, you know. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate it. Love you too. It could be useful. I don't see problem like everybody. Oh, this how. See, that's how I know y'all ain't really been through nothing. Cause when you live in the poor class, they shut your job down just to see the emotions on your face. Y'all didn't hear that, did you? When you are poor, they fire you on Christmas just to see how you will react. When you are poor, they keep telling you when you are poor and you looking for a job, they say you underqualified and overqualified. Just to see your reaction on your face and how you will react. And then you have, of course, you're gonna say, it's cause I'm black. It ain't cause you're black, it's cause you're poor. And they know you need a job. Most of the time, bullies is always in the position to give people a job. I don't know, perverse world, baby. You know, the beautiful part about this is the deal. This might be a perverse world, but there's another world just like it that's not perverse. So thank God for that. God interdimensional changing up some things. And if we all stand up straight and start wanting and admiring the right things and the real, I'm telling you, bro, I love the fact that people want me. I embrace the fact that you can't have me. I embrace the fact that I belong to God. I love the fact that I belong to God. Sometimes I used to get cocky and tell Satan I belong to God. Then Satan test me with all his might and won't leave me alone for years. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of stopped playing with him. But I love it. It made me feel good. They take everything from you. I smile and take your car. You can't work here and talk about God. Well, I quit. Then they somehow the information get back to everybody that you dealing with, got loans with. You know what I'm saying? Credit with. We come to take your car, take your house and your wife. And I'm going to smile at them. All right, well, you can take it. If it was God gave it to me, then you wouldn't be able to take it. If a bird fly away from you, if it don't come back, it wasn't meant for you. You know? Stuff like that. Yep. I love it. You get disappointed in life so much. And as much as I have, and as fast as I have, one of the best moves I ever made in my life was marrying God. But God, I guess it's me and you, God. Because I ain't going down that road no more. And that's one of the best things you could do. So me and God made life very interesting. Well, son, I'm going to go ahead and make you good enough to come back home to heaven. And boy, it's been a long journey. So you got to pass your human stage. You got to get out of demon mode, back into your human stage. past your human stage and start walking in angelic mode. You like that right there? I think what hurt a lot of people is the fact that they feel like you can't have fun without certain activities. That's a lie from hell. That's a lie from Satan itself. That's a lie from hell. I was the driver. That's why I keep telling people, I was the driver. You know, one thing about a driver, that was a driver in the street, they gotta be around chaos, violence. I ain't even gonna name the type of violence, but every disturbing thing that you could possibly think of that the earth can even manifest or bring to fruition or show you, you're gonna have to endure that. Everything that's supposed to drag you and twist your head all the way around, like that man on Kung Fu Hustle, when that man hit him in the chin, when he was hollering in the ear. I don't blame him hollering in my ear like that with that ruffled voice. With the top of his head was bleeding. Y'all go see that Kung Fu Hustle. That Kung Fu Hustle, hell, bro. I mean, yeah, Kung Fu Hustle. That Kung Fu Hustle, hell, bro. I know they trying to make a part 2, but good luck, bro. Y'all nailed that movie. I know I'm gonna watch it for Christmas. That and Crow Zero. Ooh, I love the movie. Bring back memories, bro. You'll be amazed what I done to people when I was young. Man. When he bust that dude in the head with that table on. My God. Ooh, Lord. And the way he grabbed his head was perfectly right, bro. I'm telling you. It was like he was trying to hold his... Oh my God, it was like he was trying to hold his meat together. Oh my God, boy. But anyway, I love that mother. But yeah, that's what I would do, y'all. That's the kind of stuff I like to do. I like to get away from it because so many people have these same problems. You got financial problems, you got mental problems, you got love problems. The problem is they always gonna be here whether you ain't got it or not. Can you overcome the problem without acknowledging that it's a problem? Can you learn to be content? Can you learn to be truly thankful for life? Can you really love one woman? Can you really love one man? And if you did happen to just love one woman, and if you did happen to just love one man, do you think that you can actually focus on your family and love your family? Do you think that by doing this, you start to build your family and build up your family? And then you realize, oh, this is what it means to build a family on a godly foundation. Remember, to get to heaven, you gotta be real. So that right there overlooks all the arguments when it comes down to religion and spirituality and all that. To get to heaven, you gotta be real. So it don't matter if you're in the street or not. To get to heaven, you gotta be real. It don't matter if you're a gangster, a thug or not. To get to heaven, you gotta be real. You gotta be real. God loves us all. You have to be real with yourself. And with everybody else around, you gotta be real. You gotta be real with God. What you doing secretly? Who you hurting secretly? Who you plotting on secretly? Who you gang stalking secretly? What group activities got your soul trapped for gang stalking people secretly. You gotta be real to get to heaven. That's it right there. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about that. That's what I do. I think about stuff like that. Like the bar exam truck. I think about ideas. See, that's what y'all ain't doing. Like I said, you never thought that if you stop sharing energy, because it's DNA, right? DNA is like, I like to call it, it's like spy op. It's like spy op equipment. Uh-oh. We gotta give him a piece of when he come through. You gotta give that car a moment of silence. But yeah, to get to what was I thinking? That's why you gotta get a car like that, a moment of silence, where you keep your thoughts together. I think he bought those pipes. Sometimes I wonder, but yeah, like you build your foundation on God. You build your foundation on God. So, you ain't sharing your DNA. DNA just like testosterone. You put it in the wrong place, and you gonna realize when it's gone. What I mean by that is, you done programmed yourself to show the proper love to your wife or your husband, so they don't realize that you gone. But the problem with that is that when you gone, you sleeping with somebody else, so you sharing your DNA with them too as well. And okay, now it's like here go another problem. Like the square root equal pi. You come back around, you gotta get with your kids. You forgot that you had kids. Your kids saying, yeah, you might have did this with mama, or you might have did this with daddy, but you forgot about I. But you didn't forget about them. You were just too tired to deal with them because they're kids. See how that testosterone go by? So let's say you did do this. You say you want this, you want a business. You want something for yourself. You want a family. You want life to move forward. Well, unfortunately, life can't move forward because you're sharing your DNA with other people that no one knows nothing about. That you think. This is the proof in the fact that God judges the heart, and you can't lie to God. Because no matter what you do, how much money you got, you're not gonna be able to move forward. You're gonna have to stay because you got a family at home and you got another family on the side. There go your cycle. That's as far as you're going, no matter how much money you got. You barely keep your money going. See how that works? You gotta be careful with these cycles. So what that means? Well, as above, so below. You know, maybe you need to practice being lovable to one person because over there in the other realm, you want everybody else's woman. You want everybody else's man, so you fail from heaven. You just never know. You gotta meditate. Everybody get their own downloads. Can't expect me to tell you everything. You get the answer, you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna change. Well, you will change in your own time. You will have to change. We all gotta change. We all can't stay the same. As you can see, as we stay the same, the more and more the world get like Mayberry. It start to reflect our same mentality. See? So how do you know this? Like you want a biddy, you want this and that, you're not gonna get to it. Facts. You probably gonna get to the point where you blame God. And in your mind, you don't feel like you need to clean up nothing else, change nothing else because you feel like you already got. You feel like you already done successfully. You feel like you got what you need to get a business. Now why can't you get the business? You can't get the business because, you know what I'm saying? You can't get the business because you don't have the energy it takes to run a business. You don't have the momentum you're gonna need to run a business. You're wasting it. No? You gotta build your foundation on God. That's why it truthfully takes so long for people to get in real relationships. Like I said, how you know? You keep saying this is boring, this is tradition, this, you don't even know what it is, you ain't never experienced it. How you know by loving one woman or loving one man, you won't just advance to building that house, just so happen to advance to building that business? Go ask somebody now after I say this, let the people talk about this amongst one another and say, that is right, that is exactly what happened. When I stopped giving my energy to everybody and I just gave my energy to what was really necessary and to what God wanted me to give my energy to, all of a sudden my life started moving forward. That's right. Your life continues to go in a cycle when you refuse to grow up. It don't matter how old we are out here. This is one of the moments where I can separate the men from the boys no matter what age we all are. You know what I'm saying? You gotta build that foundation on God. That's your mountain. That's your mountain right there. Because you're gonna learn to discipline yourself. I started getting energy back when I stopped giving myself to lovers, different lovers. And I stopped giving myself to drugs. I learned it in drugs first. When I started quitting drugs, I would still go around the people because I ain't had no other people. I mean, I live in a drug-infested area, you know, back then anyway. Everything was pretty much contaminated around you. This is what slums and hood come with. That's what comes with slums and hood. But I noticed when I was saying no to what I would typically say yeah to, I felt this energy. I felt this energy come back inside of me. I felt this energy rejuvenate me, regenerate me. And I was like, what is this? And I said, maybe it's just my imagination. So I started quitting little stuff after I quit the big stuff. I always would quit big stuff first, and then I would turn around and quit little stuff just to test the energy. Then I would go back and quit something else big that I did. I had a lot of issues now. And it was just over time of being raised up to actually believing and thinking that this is exactly how life is supposed to go. This is exactly how life's supposed to be. I didn't know that. So by the time I grew up and evolved to the point where I realized I wasn't supposed to live life like this, I started subtracting things out of my life. I started editing things out of my life. And I started realizing the energy coming back to me. I started realizing the energy coming back to me. I shot in that car. They're looking hard with. But anyway, I started realizing the energy, you know, coming back to me. And I said, wait a minute, this works. I didn't even know that works. It's like the same energy I was getting out of taking the drugs, I was literally getting that same energy back for saying no to the drug. I said, I'm gonna try this for everything. So I just went down the list and started saying no to a lot of stuff that I would typically say yes to. It didn't have nothing to do with me going to jail. It didn't have nothing to do with me getting no job. It didn't have nothing to do with me nothing. I started liking saying no. I started enjoying the fact of saying no to people. And And after I got used to saying no, I told you my friend had to tell me, Tat, quit saying no, man. We supposed to say yeah to this. At the time when I did have a friend, I said, this no stuff pretty cool. Just look at me in the eye. You know, they don't be expecting that no. That's what I did. I just said no. But yeah, think about that, y'all. Think about that. Some of us done been doing the same thing our whole life. The reason why you ain't wanting to admit it because you don't want people to know about it. But it ain't about what people know about it. It's your thorn in your flesh between you and God. They ain't got to know about it. Just practice on taking that sucker out and putting it back in until you really ready to take it out for good. And don't let nobody know about it. Peace and love out there.